Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is the M44. It's the Tier 6 American SPG and it's located on the west spawn of Studzianki and it's under the command of SureShot 1500. Now I think you can see that this particular M44 is using one of the skins kindly provided by Sir Rusty NZ. He's the developer of all these skins for What Arty Noobs, and it's a very beautiful, bit glossy, but it's actually very nice. It's a beautiful copy of the M44, which has got a 155mm gun on a Walker Bulldog chassis. Okay, he's moving back into his fire position. SureShot 1500 has been a member of What Arty Noobs for a while, and he sends us replays every now and then, and I thought we'd do this one because it's actually quite interesting towards the end. Right, he's aiming for a 25 TP round out. Gets a nice hit. It's a splash hit for 132. All welcome. Now the spot that he's actually picked to fire from does give him sort of cover from both sides, but the problem is it does narrow the aim of fire, narrow the field of fire. So it makes it difficult for him to hit all of the enemy targets. Got an M4 there. Oh, we've got a red line. That's due to the buildings, I think. He fires around him. Gets a direct hit. Direct hit on the rear of that M44. It's a very nice shot, that. But again, those buildings are getting in the way, so he might need to relocate fairly soon to hit more targets. Going for the M4 again. Round out. Direct hit, wipes him out. Got his first kill. KV-1 disappears from sight. Oh, it's the tower. It was the tower that causing the difficulty in trying to hit some of these targets. It was an obstruction getting in the way. And you can see that when he was aiming, the trajectory line was turning red a lot, and that means that something was getting in the way of him shooting. And here it's the building, and that's why I said he'd have to relocate, because otherwise he won't be able to shoot at these targets. The gun won't be able to turn to hit the target. Going for the M44 in the north end. Okay, styling in the aim carefully. Let the aim contract until you're ready, and then you can shoot. Lines it up. Tank's moving. Round out. He didn't give enough lead on that one. It started moving quite rapidly, then it stopped and turned. But I think he can probably get it with the next shot. The M44 has about a reload of about 17 seconds, but you can get it down to about 16.1. Round out on the M4. Direct hit! 203 hit points right on the front of the vehicle. He's counting down the next reload. Another thing he's doing is he's actually indicating in chat exactly how long he's got before his next shell's ready, and that helps his team know when they can expect his help again. And that can be crucial when you're fighting a battle, because you want to know when you're going to get some fire support to help you win. If you time it just right, you see, you can let the Arty take most of the hit points off the enemy, then fire in the kill shot, take out the enemy for the game altogether. Right, we're having difficulty with those tanks in the yard, trying to get a shot on them because they're staying in cover. Might have to relocate. Looks like the south is clear, but it's mostly the tanks behind those buildings that are being difficult. Can't get a shot to the north because the building's in the way, so he has to pop out again. Aiming for the Panzer 4H in the north. There he is, guiding in. Trying to get exactly right. He's behind a wrecked tank. Well, it lands behind him, splashes him for 97 hit points. If you can't hit a tank directly, if you can fire just to one side of it, you can splash him and do quite a lot of damage. Unfortunately, a lot of these enemies are hiding behind solid cover, buildings, and that makes it very difficult to do some damage to them. We've got a lot of tanks approaching the cap right now. Lining up a shot in the Panzer 4, but we've lost sight of him. Now, if you lose sight of a tank when you're aiming as Arty, you aim for the next point where you think that they're going to appear. And the enemy Arty has been spotted at the back of the map. Okay, one's gone down. Oh, it's a 5916 over there as well. The light tank, but we're going to go for the heavies. And that KB1, or KB2, and he gets a big hit on the Wolverine for 240 hit points. It was a direct hit, but now we've got that KB2R. He's moving away. Unfortunately, we've lost sight of him. We haven't got anybody near except the Panzer IV-H, who's slightly to the north. There's the KB2, lining up a shot. He's stopped to shoot. Dialing in and... yes! Good hit! 150 hit points, stuns him. That's going to slow him down a little. But our Panzer IV-H is going to be in a whole world of trouble because he has to move soon. And he is being fired upon by the enemy. Yep, there's the KB2. Line up a shot, round out. Direct hit again. 163 this time. Our fellow Arty in the M41 is also firing in, but we've lost the Panzer IV-H. So we're now going to have to fire at the KB2 before he disappears. He's going to disappear any second now. Yep, fired a round in. And I think that landed just in front of him. Now he's headed this way. And we lost most of our attackers in the on the other side of the map. And it's time to relocate, I think. You don't want to be sitting here in the cap area when that KB2 turns up. He's got a 152mm howitzer mounted in a turret. Although you've got a bigger gun than he has, he's got better accuracy than an M44. At least in a tank terms at short range. He's definitely headed this way. Now he's anticipating that he's going to come around the front, but you shouldn't really count on that because he might actually come along the side of the map and come up behind you. Ideally what you want to do is go to third person view like this and then shoot like that, because then you can aim accurately. You don't want to use auto aim, because if you do, that will throw off your aim as he comes around the corner. You want to aim for a fixed point and anticipate him to drive straight in front of you and then hit him hard. I can see that Short Shot's got a reload time of 17.42 seconds. So he's not using consumables. You could use premium consumables, that would drop it another second. But the big worry is that KV2 coming up behind him. I hope he does come in front. We've lost our attack force over on the other side. And the Wolverine is now indicating that he doesn't have sixth sense, so he can't tell if he's been spotted. Now there are 4 enemy tanks still alive. KV2R, Firefly, Panzer IV-H and an M41. Now the Wolverine might be able to spot for us if he goes up into the bushes. Now we can see that the M44 actually does have the What Arty Noobs logo on the side of the vehicle. Well, the Wolverine can't see him. So maybe he's gone back to his own cap. Maybe he could see the attack force that was going into his own cap area and decided to return there. Oh, no, here he is. He has come this way. Wolverine spotted him. Looks like he's going to try for a shot. Oh, he failed to get the kill. Oh, and the M41's very quick at the kill shot. Manages to take out the KB2R. So now they have the advantage. Albeit that there's 3 Artys and a tank destroyer. There's the Panzer IV-H coming in. And it doesn't look like Sure Shot is actually paying attention. He's aiming the other way. He's looking to the south. You need to aim for the north. Panzer IV-H is coming in. Oh, and the M41 takes him out too. Good work by the M41. Now he's up to, he's managed to get 2 kills so far in the game. Well, the Wolverines managed 4 kills. Well, they're headed around the north end. There's only 2 enemy left. That Firefly and the M41. And although the Firefly... there's a good chance that M41 might be in the northeast corner of the map. Now we do have several skins available on the M44, and Sir Rusty has kindly supplied them to all of us. So if you do want to get one, join Arty Noobs and you can pick one up. Or go to his website, and if you like it, you can install it on your PC. Right, well the Firefly was last seen in the south, where the M41 is, and he's aiming in that direction. No sign though. I think you ought to go to the cap. If three tanks go to the cap simultaneously, you could cap out quickly before the enemy could return. I certainly think that might be the best thing to do. Well, the Wolverine's going, the Gorilla and the M41 are staying behind. Oh, we just lost the Gorilla. So the Firefly was within sight of the Gorilla, and I suspect he's probably in the factory area, because the Gorilla is near to the factory. So the Wolverine's now gone into the cap. And Short Shot should be near the M41, I would think. There's the M41. Yeah, there he is. He's gone back. Going for the shotgun. Get close. Hold your fire before you get shoot. And yes! The closer you get to your enemy, the surer you are you're going to take him out. And he did that beautifully. That's a textbook shotgun. Get close. Get hits. The closer you are, the more likely that you're going to get a smack right on target. If you're a good player, you should be able to aim at a distance and still hit the target. But if you're on the move, get close and you can do it. Okay, he's going into the back area. The Fireflies at this moment is probably trying to rush back as quickly as he can. But I think he's probably going to be too late, because now it's only 15 seconds to go. Let's have another look at that beautiful skin by Sir Rusty. It's got a rattler on it. Don't tread on me. USA 296178. And the Arty Noobs logo on the side. So he does have other skins for the M44, and some of them are just as beautiful. And that's a victory. They've won. They've capped out, and here's the end of battle stats. It's only a second class tanker, for sure shot 1500, but it's still a win, a good win at that. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15 in that battle, and a win rate of 4410. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage. That actually went to the M10 Wolverine. He managed to get 2,102 hit points of damage, picked up the high caliber. The next highest scorer was the KV2R on the enemy team. He managed to get 1,920, and then the Firefly with 1,709. Sure Shot managed to get 1,665, so he came 4th on damage overall, but he did help his team to win right at the end, because the M41 had actually been killed, taken out towards the end of the battle. When it came to kills, it was the M10 Wolverine and the Firefly who managed to get 4 kills apiece. The M44 managed to get 2. The KV2R on the enemy team managed to get 3 kills before he was taken out by the M41. And when it came to base XP, again, the M10 Wolverine, he managed to get 1,085. Then we've got the M44 Sure Shot with 808, and finally the SU-85 with 607. The only surviving tank on the enemy team was their Firefly. He managed 516. So let's have a look at the detail report. Well, he fired 11 shots during that battle. He got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration, and 3 splash. damage of 1,665 hit points, of which 1,435 were at more than 300 meters. The difference was actually the M41, which he shotgunned at very close range. He spotted one enemy vehicle, that was the M41, and he was in that northeast corner, just as I thought he was, because he was making his way back to the cap to get a reset on the Wolverine. And so he spotted that enemy vehicle, he damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and he got damage assistance of 32 hit points and stun assistance of 367 hit points off 8 stuns. He also managed to get 26 cap points whilst he was camping, and on a credit balance he earned 37,158 credits, and after resupply of the ammunition, which was just standard HE, he still walked away with 31,603 credits. He earned 1,212 XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, took away 2,424 experience points altogether. So a lovely little sneaky base cap, a beautiful shotgun when he took out that M41. The one criticism I would say is try not to park between 2 buildings, because it will narrow your field of fire and you'll have to move position in order to shoot at targets which are outside your field of fire. So if you park between those 2 buildings like that, obviously you could only fire within the narrow confines. Much easier to pick a firing position where you've got good fields of fire all around, and if you haven't got good fields of fire, relocate to a new position so that you can shoot from there instead. The M41 was actually getting in some great shots at the enemy from his position in the south, although a bit vulnerable, but he did take out that KV-2R, which was very helpful towards the end of the battle. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.